Gary Payton II, and you are listening to the Morning Roast on 95.7 The Game.
Was that Gary Payton Jr.? Or the second, excuse me. Apologies. I'm the third, so I should know this. My dad's Joe Shasky Jr. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah, nice. So, anyway, it's Styles, it's Shasky. Bonte's on his way to Cabo right now. We're just talking some Warriors, and, everybody's getting their W-2s right now in the mail, or maybe you got them electronically, and you're getting ready to file your taxes, and I'm saying to myself, all right, if I were to audit the Golden State Warriors for 2023, part of the 2022 season as well, what would it be? And I'm looking at someone like Draymond Green. I want to start with him, because Draymond Green is he's polarizing for a variety of reasons. We all agree he is one of the best Golden State Warriors of all time. There's no doubt about it. And I feel like he's been living off the 2015-2016 season offensively for way too long. Okay. Let's go back to 2015-2016. That's the year they won 73 games. He was outstanding. In the finals, he averaged 16, 10, and 9.
And you know what they say.
What?
He would have got the MVP.
He outplayed LeBron in Game 7, right? Like, outside of the final 3 minutes, which is all anyone ever wants to talk about. But, like, that year, okay, let's just go back to 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Obviously, the team evolved later, and we'll get to that. He averaged 14 points a game, all right? And the assists and rebounds are about where they're at now, okay? 9 and 8, if you will.
Okay.
All right? Since then, if I just do the average of 2016 all the way to 2022, 2023, his points have cut in half. He goes from 14 plus a game down to 8. Last night, he scores 15. How much better does the offense and the team look when Draymond Green is assertive? We're not talking about dropping 30. We're talking about 3 extra field goal attempts a game, or makes, I guess, in this case, a game. 3 extra. And he's sitting here pointing the finger, and I want to play this sound right here. And I get where he's coming from defensively, but I want to use that same energy on Draymond Green offensively. Can you play that cut on Draymond Green talking about defensive effort and championship will?
Defense is all 1 to 2 steps extra. I'm going to take that extra step to get there, or I'm not. And that's all will. And we don't have that as a team. You can have it as individuals. I can have that myself. No one can have that. But if you don't collectively have that, it's just like if you put a team together and it's like one guy can really get after it. Nobody else brings anything on that side of the ball. They don't even bring effort. You could put Steph Curry or Kevin Durant or anybody else out there on offense. If no one else is going to want to do the extra things, then it doesn't work. And so you have to do it collectively. And that is a huge responsibility that falls on my shoulders, and I haven't gotten us there.
In 2015-2016, Draymond Green shot 39% from three-point land. 39%. Since then, in the 2016 through right now, where do you think he's at?
Not there.
Under 30%. He's in the Russell Westbrook zone from three-point land. Now, again, I'm not expecting him to beat Klay Thompson or Steph Curry or any of those guys. Can you beat PJ Tucker? Can you consistently hit a corner 3? Like, that's all we're asking. And when he hit a big 3 last night, I just need a little more. Dre, if you just squared up to the hoop, how more deadly would this team look? And the reason why I think it's important, because I know their offensive ratings are amazing, and I get all that. You can't preach effort and energy and all of this championship desire on defense and then not care about offense other than you passing the ball for an assist.
Yeah.
Like, you got to meet me halfway a little. And when you're an offensive threat, it will open the floor up for others.
Yeah.
To me. And so I look at Draymond Green in that game last night, and as negative as we've been this morning, I'm encouraged. If he can channel what he did last night and do it a little more often, dude, this team would be so much better.
Yeah, because those teams, they're going to continue to just not respect him in terms of not just shooting threes, though, just getting to the rack. Every time there's a fake handoff, he's wide open because nobody expects him to even take an open layup.
Exactly.
We're not even talking threes. And it's interesting when you look at Draymond this season, and it feels like he's been doing more offensively. I actually made that argument to you during the break, but then I'm looking at the splits, and it's exactly the same. The 2019 season, 7.4. 2020 season, 8 points.
That's what I'm saying.
2021, 7 points. 2022, 7.5. This year, all right, Joey's doing a lot more. That's what I was telling you. 8.2 points.
But again, I'm not asking him to shoot more. What I'm saying is attack the rim a little.
Yeah.
When Draymond's going downhill and attacking the rim, can we all agree? A, he gets to the bucket. That's number one, because he's usually in a mismatch situation. And B, he does get to the free throw line and can finish.
Yeah.
Right? And so for a team that desperately doesn't go to the rim enough, we all agree, boy, it'd be nice to have that element where he's taking the ball hard to the rim. And I watched him and Kuminga last night, and I'm saying to myself, we can't figure out a pick and roll with the two of them. Draymond's a great passer. When he's going downhill, he's good. Where's that lob threat? He would do that all the time with Iggy. They do that high pick and roll. I call it a high-low play.
Yeah.
And they throw that lob up, and Iggy'd get the dunk, or maybe it'd be a double pass, or he'd throw to Iggy, and then Iggy would alley it up to JaVale McGee or whomever's cutting baseline. They need that element. I'm watching them play against a team that's more athletic and longer than them, and I'm saying, boy, it'd be nice to have some easy buckets around the rim.
Well, what it is, number one, you have Steve Kerr. Everybody has already decided that defense is the problem, right? Offense is not the problem. So when you have everybody saying that offense isn't the problem, why would Draymond think he has to do anything differently? Last night he turned it up because there's no Steph Curry, there's no Andrew Wiggins.
He has to,
offensively.
and it was a TNT game.
But yes, but
which is a sad sentence to say.
Right, but I'm saying if Steve Kerr on down is saying offense is fine, it's just the defense, why would Draymond look in the mirror offensively if they've collectively already decided that offense isn't their problem?
Because you have to practice what you preach. And this is the problem with the team right now. They have too many one-way players. Kevon Looney is a defensive player.
Yes.
Doesn't give you a lot offensively. Draymond Green, defensive player. Scoring-wise, doesn't give you, he gives you the facilitating, right? Andrew Wiggins is a very balanced. That's why he's so valuable. He's so balanced. He gives you offense and he gives you defense. It's very Clay and Poole and Curry right now, they're much more slanted toward offensive players than defensive players. So what I'm saying is that both are true. Draymond's right. These guys have to lock in defensively, but you can't ask them to give effort on both ends when you're not giving full effort on both ends.
But
that's contradictory to me.
But to him, running around, setting screens, and passing the ball is effort. It's not necessarily scoring the basketball.
I'm talking about 3 layups a game.
I'm just saying that's what he would say.
I know. And I would tell him, how many times have we all seen Draymond Green stand there with no one guarding him? They've either dropped into the paint or they're doubling off, sagging off to go after whomever. And everyone's like, can you just square up to the hoop?
Yeah.
Now, this isn't their number one problem, but I'm saying it's a microcosm of how they have so many one-way players right now, and they feel very imbalanced.
I was saying that last season, and they were able to figure it out because I call it they have a lot of DHs. Right, they have designated hitters or designated pitchers, if you will. So you have Draymond and Looney.
Not bad.
They're DHs in their way.
Yeah.
You have Poole, Clay to a lesser degree, and Steph that are DHs in their way. Comparing them to other teams that have more guys that can do both, I don't want to undersell it. So I'm just trying to think off the top of my head right now, how many other teams do have more two-way players?
So I think the Clippers, who the team you saw last night,
yes,
they're unique in that sense, right? Like, so I look at Paul George and Kawhi. Kawhi's not the defender that he once was, but we know he can turn it on when he needs to, right? And we clearly know how great Paul George is defensively. Zubac, I feel like he's a very balanced player.
Yeah.
He gives you enough offense, and I feel like he's solid enough defensively. Terrence Mann feels, very balanced to me. I don't think he's the greatest player, but he's a good, young, up-and-coming player. Morris is more offense and defense, but he will mix it up underneath the hoop. That is a uniquely balanced team.
Right. That is why if you're looking at it this way, the Nuggets are a team that, yes, they're the number 1 seed. They can't stop anybody.
No.
So the Nuggets,
I agree.
And I've been high on the Nuggets in terms of just getting their guys back, but offensively, you're going to be able to put points up. And I know I sat here and I did a show with Bonte a couple weeks ago, and Bonte just seems to think that the Warriors have the Grizzlies number. That's the team because they start on the defensive end.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Me and B differ on that.
Yeah.
Do I like the Grizzlies matchup against the Warriors? Yeah, I like it for the Warriors. That being said, I don't think it's a cakewalk. They fought tooth and nail to beat them in 6 games.
I'm not really volunteering to play the Grizzlies.
I agree with you. All right, 1 second here. This segment is sponsored by Golden State, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. I got to say, Golden State Lumber, just for a split second, I got a cabin up the river. I built this beautiful fence from Golden State. The cedar wood that they have, I'm telling you, I get compliments everywhere. Everywhere I go up in Northwood, up in the Russian River area, people say, is that your fence? And I say, yeah, it's from Golden State Lumber. It's the most impressive fence anyone has ever seen. Shout out my boy Alex Pavlov.